Thank you very much, Rini. Excellencies, chairpersons, chief election commissioners, members, and other distinguished delegates from fellow election management bodies across the world, Mr. Jong-Hin Cho, Secretary General AWEB, representatives from IFES, Honorable Election Commissioner Sushil Chandra, sir, colleagues from Election Commission of India, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to all of you and many thanks for your valuable time given in the last 3 days. Friends, it has been an honor and privilege to meet you once again on the closing day and in the concluding session of this virtual program. I'm sure that even in the virtual election visitors program, you would have got a feeling of being in India and witnessing our election. I wish we would have invited you to witness here physically, but hope that in the future we will definitely in the forthcoming election will invite you once again. I hope you would have found this program informative and meaningful. Election Commission has always advocated the need for international cooperation among democracies, building steady collaborations, learning from each other and sharing best practices and accumulated knowledge. It may be recalled that Mr. Sukumar Sen, the first Chief Election Commissioner of India, he not only conducted first 2 general elections in India in 1951 and 52 and 1957, but is also credited with conducting first general elections in Sudan in November-December 1953 as chairman of the International Election Commission. Election Commission is closely associated with a number of leading international and regional bodies in the field of electoral management, like AWEB, presently the Election Commission of India chair for the 2019 and 2021, till founding member and present chair of the FEMBOSA, which is the Forum of Election Management Bodies of South Asia, founding member and ex-chair of the Association of the Asian Election Authorities. Election Commission is presently a member of the Executive Board and founding member of the International Institute of Democracy and Electoral Assistance, that is IDEA International, Stockholm. In its meeting held on 2nd September 2019, the Executive Board of AWEB approved setting up of India AWEB Center at New Delhi. This International Election Visitors Program is being held under the aegis of Election Commission's India AWEB Center. The IEVP is an integral program of Election Commission's International Outreach Program. The India AWEB Center is making rapid strides and has in very short period of existence made steady progress in its activities. On 21st September 2020, India AWEB Center hosted an international webinar on issues, challenges, and protocols for conducting elections during COVID-19, sharing country experiences, in which over 120 delegates from 48 AWEB member countries and 3 international organizations participated. Further, the center has come out with 2 very useful publications, namely brief profiles of the countries, member EMBs and partner organizations of AWEB, and COVID-19 and international election experience. These 2 documents were released during the webinar for the benefit of the AWEB community. In times to come, India AWEB Center will emerge as a nerve center of research, documentation, and training for the members of AWEB. AWEB India Center has also made a considerable progress towards publishing a world-class quarterly journal called AWEB Journal of Elections. The first issue of this journal will be released in March 2021, and we are sending the invitation for the call of papers. On this occasion, we gratefully acknowledge the constant support of AWEB Secretariat and Secretary General Mr. Jong-Hin Cho in all our endeavors. We look forward in continuing with our close cooperation with AWEB and its member to fulfill the objectives of the Commission. Election Commission has signed MOUs with 28 election management bodies and international organizations. These MOUs provide excellent institutional framework for collaborative activities. Then about the Triple IDM, which is the India International Institute of Democracy and Election Management. This is a kind of international center for election management. And we have planned several online and offline international courses on election management, which will be released soon. Election management is always a learning curve, resulting in adaptation, acquisition, and replication of global best practices. Election Commission's endeavor is to foster a closer electoral cooperation with election management bodies abroad, alongside strengthening democratic institutions and processes. Lastly, once again, on behalf of the India AWEB Center at the Election Commission of India and my own behalf, I thank you all for your valuable time for participating in this program. Stay safe, healthy, and take good care of yourself. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sinha. We'd like to now request the Honorable Election Commissioner, Mr. Sushil Chandra, to please give the concluding remarks.
Excellencies, Chairpersons, Chief Election Commissioners, members, and other distinguished delegates from the election management bodies across the world, Mr. Choi, the Secretary General, Association of World Election Bodies, representatives from International Foundation for Electoral System, Mr. Umesh Sinha, Secretary General, Mr. Dharmendra Sharma, DG, Mr. Chandra Bhushan, DEC, and all other senior officers of the ECI. First of all, I welcome to all of you in the last phase of this International Election Visitors Program for Bihar Assembly Elections 2020. It has been a pleasure to share our journey, although virtually, with our friends from across the world, showcasing our elections and experience of conducting elections during the pandemic in the largest democracy in the world. This is our first major elections during the COVID times. Elections around the world have faced a new challenge in 2020 as the pandemic dislocated election schedule of almost all the countries around the world. The election management bodies across the globe took some time to adapt the unpredictable, uncertain situation by making suitable changes in the way we lead our lives and also in the way we conduct our elections. The uncertainty of pandemic has affected the entire electoral cycle. There have been no simple solutions to the election quandaries set out by the COVID situation. However, in order to strengthen democracy, it became necessary to find, test, and implement solutions for holding elections under the shadow of the pandemic, taking into account the unique context of each country. As mentioned in an earlier communication during the briefing of webinar, we communicated that the Commission has developed broad guidelines for conduct of elections during COVID-19. After wide-ranging consultation with all stakeholders, these guidelines established global protocol of social distancing, sanitization, and reoriented certain procedures and practices in order to mitigate risk of spread of the disease and make the polling stations a safe place for the voters as well as polling and other officials on duty. In this exercise, every aspect of election, every stage of electoral activity, including filing of nomination, campaigning, polling, counting, was scrutinized, and we had to revisit our instructions which were there and already in the existence as to how we can change those instructions, and most of the things can be done online without coming to the offices. But it was a big challenge. On one side, we have got a constitutional mandate, and on the other side, how to conduct the elections and keep safe our voters and citizens from the pandemic. So every instruction will have to be changed according to the need of the country, need of the hour. So everything has to be revisited. Like I think you must have seen, and I was very enthused to see Bihar, and when the polling stations were shown to you, that how our officers have gone to the houses for enrolling the persons, Number one, it was very important that all the persons should be enrolled. So it is not, persons are having a fear in coming to the offices, and our officers took extra mile to go to the voters' places, got them registered, including the migrant laborers. It's the first time that the Election Commission introduced online nomination facility, which was not hitherto there in the commission. But this time our IT team developed this facility, and online nomination facility was also granted to the candidates. So we had to revisit various instructions like how to keep the persons at a distance. The polling booth management had to be a lot of change actually. It is the polling booth management which is most important. And we had to put circles, we have to keep distancing, campaigning instructions will have to be changed, counting instructions. I think the counting is still to be done on 10th, is the third phase. So everything had to be revisited, reinvented, and we could issue the guidelines after having a lot of consultation with all stakeholders. And ECI is also committed to extending all possible facilitation to our senior citizens, persons with disabilities, and women, especially with those with infants and small children. Provision of a postal ballot has been provided to senior citizens, persons with disabilities, and members of essential services to participate, to use their franchise without coming to the polling stations. Though many senior citizens only choose to come to the polling stations because it has got its own charm and they wanted to come in person. Even for postal ballots, it is not that they are sending their ballots through post. It was our officials who had gone to their houses, any persons who had chosen for casting a postal ballot. Our persons had gone to their houses, got it in secret environment, got the ballot done, and they came to the offices. So it was the facilitation to senior citizens. It was facilitation to the ladies, and you have seen in Katihar how the election was managed by only lady polling stations. In every AC, we had at least 2 polling stations which totally managed by the ladies. So that there should be proper inclusion, proper empowerment, and our basic philosophy for election is no voter should be left behind. Whatever may be the position, whether we are required to go to a doorstep, but we would like that every person should participate in this electoral process, which is a very essential and at the root cause for the democracy, and we will have to do that. And for this time, besides the senior citizens, the ladies, we had to make additional arrangement for the patients who were suffering from the COVID. That was another very, very different aspect which you might have seen, that we had to extend 1 hour polling time from the normal timings, and the last hour was absolutely reserved for the patients who were suffering from COVID. Though the postal facilities were given to them also, but anybody who wanted to come to the polling stations is free, and our polling officials were fully equipped with the PPE kit and other measures to handle their situation. And many persons have come in all 3 phases who were suffering from COVID to cast their vote. We cannot remain silent. We cannot remain a spectator that if a person is suffering from COVID, then he will be deprived of casting his vote. That is the basic theme of Election Commission. And every election, as we know in all EMBs, that every election in India or otherwhere poses a fresh challenges and confronts the electoral system with new demands for effective electoral governance and mechanisms. While on one hand, Election Commission of India has to consolidate the electoral system by building enduring institutional structures. On the other hand, as an institution operating in a fast-paced world, has to constantly reinvent, innovate, strengthen, and reinforce systems, practices, in order to deliver the ultimate fundamental goal of democracy, that is free, fair, and participative and safe elections. With more than 73 million voters spread in more than 106,000 polling stations and 3,733 candidates in fray for elections, COVID-safe election in Bihar posed a major challenge for the Commission. I'm happy to note that our efforts made to guarantee a hygienic and safe voting environment to the electors and polling personnel have borne fruits. The voter turnout in the first 2 phases has dispelled all fears and doubts. The voters of Bihar have defeated the fear of virus as they came out in large number. there was a lot of enthusiasm in voters. And our communication strategy, which was developed by the SWEEP program, which is handled by the ECI, we have to communicate to the voters that the polling booths are safe. There's nothing to fear as such to come to the polling stations. Therefore, a large contingent took that how the polling stations were sanitized, and a voter's guide was given to everyone as to that our polling booths are safe, you can come and vote, and how to cast a vote during this particular environment, because the gloves will be provided, the mask will be provided if you don't have the mask, sanitization, everything is there in place. Only because of these efforts of the sweep and with our policy of that no voter should be left behind, the persons came, and in the first two phases we have found that the turnout was more than the earlier election of 2015. I would definitely congratulate, I am thankful to the voters of Bihar, the political parties, the candidates who dispelled their fear and came forward to cast their votes, for which an elaborate arrangement was done by the ECI in consideration of all the conditions which were prevailing in that particular state. Therefore, a lot of things were required to be done, and they were done. And events like pandemic know no boundaries of states or countries, which makes it even more important for the whole of world community to come together in such difficult times. We have been constantly sharing anxieties and concerns and arriving at solutions that best suit to our country's needs. As per past practices, ECI has put together this program with a view to familiarize the delegates with the extensive election planning and management exercise in the largest democracy of the world. We had to do a lot of logistic changes and large logistic exercise which we had to do. I'm sure that you would have found this 3-day election visitor program informative, enriching, and meaningful, especially the first-hand virtual tour today of various polling stations in Katihar district in Bihar, which I even witnessed, and I really felt very enthused, and I thought that I was almost in a Bihar. And the enthusiasm shown by the voters, the polling officials who were there, and how they could put the inclusive elections during this time, they could encourage, they could motivate the voters to come forward and to come to the polling stations is a really remarkable thing. We had a lot of volunteers, that scouts, NCC, who were helping the senior citizens to cast their vote. A lot of wheelchairs were arranged onto those polling stations. So it was an exercise which could be done only with lot of involvement of the stakeholders and lot of consultation with the stakeholders. Elections are due in the state of West Bengal, Assam, Kerala, Puducherry, and Tamil Nadu in the first half of the year 2021. Unless a cure or a vaccine or COVID is found and administered by that time, each of these elections would have to be COVID ready and COVID safe. Our experience in conduct of this election in Bihar will surely be a guiding force in planning for elections in these states. But these elections could not have been possible, and who were the persons behind these elections strategies and the planning, I would definitely like to introduce, and I would like to tell them, you are hearing them, but I would like to express the efforts which have been put by these officers, and I will say Mr. Umesh Sinha is the Secretary General who were in charge of planning of these elections. He has done tirelessly work onto this as to how to conceive it, how to implement it, how to have a discussion with the stakeholders, and how to do these particular elections. Assisted by Director Mona Srinivas and Umesh Sinha, they did a good planning, because this was done in 3 phases, unlike the earlier Bihar elections which was done in 5 phases. So it was a big challenge, and how they did it, I think day and night they have worked very hard, worked very, very hard. Mr. Dharmen Sharma, he is the DG IIIDM. He did all the responsibility of training to the polling officials. How to give, so around 4 lakh polling officials are in the fray, in the field to conduct the safe elections. And how to train these persons, how to give a layer of confidence to them. That was the job of Mr. Dharmendra Sharma, who handled in a very nice manner, and all the officials were given training for this particular thing. Mr. Chandra Bhushan, I think he is the whole, looking after the Bihar. He is the DC in charge of Bihar, who has gone 2 times to Bihar, and every day he's talking to the Bihar officials, our CEO and other officials, and removing all bottlenecks which is possible. And tirelessly these officers are working. Sudeep is not here. Sudeep Jain is looking after the EVM, because EVM, BBPAT, this exercise is going on for last 4 months, and he was ensuring that there should be proper EVM, BBPAT at all polling stations and without any fail. And even the counting will have to be done into all these areas, and they will have to be taken a lot of care. And Mr. Ashish Kundra, who is looking after the IT, he is looking after all IT applications which have been introduced. So this team is a crack team who has done a wonderful job, and very tirelessly they have worked day and night to get this result and to make this election safe. And we are very appreciative of them, and I am thankful to all of them. And I sincerely wish and pray that the pandemic phases out not only in India, but from the entire world. And we are able to take you physically, we will take you physically and not virtually to the next round of our elections scheduled in few major states in India in the next year. We wish that it should be over. We should physically meet, like earlier years also, we were having a physical electoral participation programs, and it was a more of an exchange of ideas, and every country learns from each other, and the best practices will have to be evolved, accepted, discussed. So only then we can have a perfect EMBs in any of the part of the country, in any country, and we will have to share it, and our concerns are same in every country. We will have to learn from each other, and I am very sure that under the AWAB or after meeting personally, the best practices can emerge, and every EMB can conduct the elections, follow the mandatory duty of the Constitution to hold elections in time without any deferment. Thank you so much. And as I conclude, I thank all of you again for your august presence in this virtual program, and especially sparing your precious time for seeing our experience and seeing our electoral process. I once again thanks a lot, and I wish you all good health and safe times. Thank you very much.